ブレイメンハズコミツさん、皆さんどうもこんにちは、TOYAです。今回は外国人が付き合うのは日本人、それとも外国人というテーマでインタビューの方をやっていきたいと思います。そもそも恋愛観とかパートナーとの付き合い方って本当に人それぞれだと思うんですけど、例えばイタリア人は自由気ままに恋愛するとか、フランス人はすごい情熱的とか、韓国人はめちゃくちゃエスコートが上手いとか、こんな感じでなんとなく国ごとのイメージってあると思うんですよね。もちろん日本も例外じゃなくて、外国人から見れば日本人はおとなしいとか自分の意見を主張しないとか、そんな感じのイメージを持たれてるのも事実だと思います。そこで今回は実際に日本に住む外国人の方は価値観とかが全くもって違う日本人をパートナーとして選ぶのか、それとも同じ国籍とか似たようなマインドを持つ外国人の方を選ぶのかを直接聞いてみようと思います。それでは Let's get going!
And so today I've been asking people about dating in Japan. Japanese culture will take a little bit just more adjustment for people from abroad. I think, like Japanese dating is much more complicated than other countries.
Okay.
And of course, like each country and culture has its own customs. I just want to find out if people from abroad date with Japanese or, foreigners or same nationality. Would you mind asking if you have a partner or not?
Currently not.
I don't at the moment. No, I'm single.
Right. So have you ever dated with Japanese?
I have dated.
So how was it?
Generally, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. But
Generally.
So.
Would you mind asking if you guys in a relationship or not?
Yes, of course, we're in a relationship.
How long have you guys been together?
Maybe 1 year ago, but in this relationship we are almost like 8 months.
Have you ever dated with Japanese?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I did, yeah.
How was it?
It was fine. Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Okay.
But didn't last for a long time.
Did you find any culture shock when it comes down to dating?
Not necessarily culture shock, I think it's just a problem in communication. I'm not sure about Japanese women, but like Japanese men, they don't like to open up a lot and talk a lot. So that was a problem. It wasn't really like a language barrier because he spoke English and Japanese and I spoke English and Japanese, but it was more like some sort of communication issue.
Compared to Scotland, a lot of people get married very young, and a lot of people kind of think about all sorts of marriage and family things like house and kids like way earlier than people do in Scotland. People I think are much more relaxed, I think.
Can you answer this question? How do you meet?
The app,
Oh, dating app.
dating app.
Oh, dating
It's
app.
kind of dating app. I mean language app.
Oh,
I
you mean
was
Hello Talk?
studying- Yeah, you
Oh.
know. And I was learning Swahili. He was learning Japanese. Then we matched.
What is the biggest culture shock you've ever encountered in Japan? Like when it comes down to dating, let's say.
There's two things. First is that a lot of men expect women to make the first move, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And second, I feel like dating someone and still seeing other people is pretty common here. Like unless you're in a very serious long-term relationship, if someone has like a girlfriend, they still see other girls like from behind.
You mean like cheating? Something like
Cheating necessarily, it's more like, keeping the options open.
Okay,
Especially like
right.
in the first few months.
right.
I haven't experienced this personally, but I saw a lot of my friends had this problem.
I think people are generally much more relaxed in Scotland. On the first date, who should pay? Nobody thinks about that anymore.
Like gentleman style.
Yeah, kind of being a gentleman. As you say, everyone's different.
Yeah, exactly.
But I found that more women in Japan expect you to be very gentlemanly.
Yes, of course, there is a lot of shock. And I'm not. Yes, of course, there is a lot
In
of.
relationship,
No, the culture in Africa. If you are a man and you are responsible for everything, so you have to do everything. But here in Japan, I can see even if you are dating, also your partner is also responsible for sharing the bills.
As you said, like Japanese people, have a tendency to express their feeling before the relationship. This sort of behavior is typical in Japan. So, Japanese people are not going with the flow. Just, step by step, little by little, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what do you think about this kind of, culture? Do actually people express their feeling before the relationship?
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm not really from a Western country, so it's a little bit different.
Right.
I would say in my country, it's kind of like in the middle between how people in Japan date and how people in America or the UK date. For me, it's not actually that shocking, but I think it still takes more time than it should. It's a long process, and I wish I think with time this will change, but I wish people would be more open about their feelings. I feel like
How do you try to fill the gap? How do you guys compromise each other?
I don't feel anything about you gap or something. You always cleaning up the room. You're washing dishes. I never think that.
As I said, I try to cope with it. In Africa, I don't wash those dishes, but now I'm just here when maybe she's go for work.
I don't even know you're trying that.
Oh no. No, in Africa, as I said, we are trying to cope with the culture. So I've been here for 2 years, so I have met some Japanese friends. So we also discuss about these issues. So when you make a relationship, you have to pay attention on things like this. So
Do actually people express their feeling before the relationship?
It's often said about Scottish people we're very cold. I guess one thing I forgot to mention, I think a lot of Japanese people, they can be like officially in a serious relationship, but they might not necessarily live together or see each other that often. I think especially in Scotland, if you're in a serious relationship, you might live together, and that can happen, I think, quite quickly compared to in Japan. A lot of people value their privacy. A lot of people live by themselves, whereas people don't like to be alone in Scotland. People don't live by themselves very often.
I don't think, do we have fight?
No, I just angry, but somehow we fix it.
What kind of things makes you annoyed?
Like,
Maybe when I make a promise, but I don't fulfill. Like
yeah,
we are going to meet at this time.
Sometimes you told me come today, but you are not coming today, and you are annoying. I said.
はい、ということで今回のインタビューの振り返りをやっていきたいと思います。個人的には違う国籍を持つ人同士が付き合うと、それこそ価値観の違いとかいろんなカルチャーショックがあっていい関係を保つのになかなかの努力がいるものだと思ってたんですけど、実際に外国人のパートナーがいる人たちはそこまで大きなこととして考えではなくて、新しいことに順応しながらいい関係を保ってるんだなと改めて実感しました。今回インタビューに答えていただいた方々本当にありがとうございました。今回の動画を見て少しでも英語学習のモチベーションが上がったなと思ってもらえたり、これから海外に行って外国人の友達をどんどん作っていきたいと思っている方はぜひいいねボタンとチャンネル登録のよろしくお願いします。Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.